Okay, here we go, folks. Are you ready for this one? This is The Pit. The Pit is a movie from 1981 made by Canadians, but apparently filmed in Wisconsin in the United States. And it's one of the weirdest freaking movies I've seen in, well, certainly this year. It's about this kid on the cover who has a teddy bear that he talks to and that talks back to him in his own voice. He takes naked pictures of like his librarian and teachers and stuff like that, and he also has a pit in the woods where little trolls live, and he throws people into the pit so the trolls can eat them. There's a lot going on in this movie, okay, but that's the gist of it. Now, this whole thing, like, you'd think it would be just awful, right? Like, what the hell kind of concept is this? And I hesitate to say it's one of those so bad that it's good movies, because I don't think it was really that bad. I mean, it was bizarre. It was fascinatingly bizarre, or bizarrely fascinating. And the acting wasn't terrible, at least not by your leads. Like, there's some bad extras and bit part actors that they don't really pull their weight that much, but I mean, it's not a huge production. The effects weren't that good. Like, there wasn't really that much effects in there other than these like little monsters that live in this pit. But they don't look that good. They look kind of funny, actually, and that really contributes to the weirdness vibe of this movie. So there's like things that are bad about it, but overall I wouldn't call this a bad movie at all, because I was like riveted. Our main protagonist is Jamie, a 12-year-old kid played by actor Sammy Snyders, former child actor, who now is apparently a dance instructor or something. He quit acting maybe because of this movie, I don't know. But anyway, the role that he plays in this movie, Jamie, 12-year-old, he's just the weirdest kid ever. Like, keeps a tank of reptiles and frogs and things, and he has an imaginary friend, which is his teddy bear, and he speaks to the teddy. It's the ugliest, most ghetto-ass looking teddy bear I think I've ever seen, but he talks to the thing, and it talks back to him in his own voice, in a distorted form of his own voice. So you would think it's like an imaginary friend, right? But there's a part in the movie where nobody is around, and we as the audience just see the teddy bear turn its head as if it were really alive. So is there like some kind of magic going on here, or evil demon curse or something? Who knows? But that's completely unrelated to the main plot of this movie, which is that Jamie finds a pit in the middle of the woods, and there's trolls living in this pit, or trollologs, or troglodytes, or whatever they decide to call them in this movie in the end. There's like 4 of them, and they're evil little, like glowing-eyed, little furry, dwarf-like creatures, or I guess orc-like, goblin-like, troll-like. Anyway, so Jamie ends up throwing a bunch of people into this pit and feeding these animals because they've got nobody else to take care of them, and only he knows about them. And so for a good part of this movie, it's like, well, he speaks to his teddy bear and he has an imaginary friend, like, and we don't know if that's real. So is this real too? So his parents go away out of town for some reason, and they get him a babysitter, and of course they get like a hot young grad student, psychology major or whatever, to babysit this, like, essentially this perverted like 12-year-old who likes to take naked pictures of ladies, and you know, he's very curious about sex, and he's like always spying on the babysitter and stuff, and he falls in love with her, and that's creepy as hell. He tells her the secret of the creatures in the pit, and she doesn't believe him. Near the end of the movie, he actually takes her to see them, and she's like, wow, I can't believe that they're real, and then she falls into the pit and gets eaten by trolls. And Yeah, and like, I don't want to tell you all the plot developments in this, and it's shot in a way that makes it like almost like a art film, or like there's a lot of like weird camera angles and close-ups, and they linger on certain shots for a long time. Like there's a scene where Jamie is actually spying on the babysitter as she's sleeping, and she's got one of her breasts exposed, so we get like a 10-second nipple shot, and I guess it's to say that, well, this kid's like obsessing over her and he's watching her sleep, and then she actually catches him, and she's like, what the hell are you doing in here? And he's like,
I was just watching you sleep.
and he's like oblivious. He has no idea that he's being weird, but he's weird as fuck and creepy as fuck. And he goes into the bathroom while she's having a shower, and he writes in lipstick, "I love you," on the mirror. Yeah, so there's a little bit of sex in here too, which is strange. I mean, because it's like this 12-year-old kid that talks to his teddy bear and takes naked pictures of ladies around town, and then throws people in a pit of demons that eat them, and then the demons get out at the end, and it turns out they are real because they go around killing other people and they get out of the pit. And yeah, it's fucking weird. It's weird. Like, I only know of this movie because I've seen a bunch of other YouTubers review this movie. I'm pretty sure they covered it on Red Letter Media. Also, I believe Weird Movies with Mark, he talked about this movie. Brandon Tenold definitely talked about this movie. But it's a movie that I don't think a lot of people really know about. Like, I had never even heard of this in the 80s. Like, this came out in 1981. I was at the perfect age to go see this. Well, I guess not. I probably couldn't have gotten in because of, like, a horror movie and there's boobs in it. And I was like 9. But yeah, I'm so glad that I checked it out. This is, like I said, I was riveted to the screen watching The Pit. I don't want to give you too many more details. I have a feeling that it's going to be kind of hard to find images for this, so I'm going to put up there what I can. I think you need to experience this movie, though. I mean, I got it on DVD. I got it from Amazon, 2-day shipping, whatever. I was more than happy to watch this entire thing all the way through. I had a blast watching The Pit. I'm going to give this an A. That's right, an A. This crappy, low-budget movie from 1981 from Canada, Wisconsin co-production, about a kid with a talking teddy bear and demons in the pit in the woods. Yeah, because it's so fucking bizarre. And the acting, I think the acting from this Sammy Snyder's guy, I think was actually pretty amazing for his age. And he was a pretty good professional actor.
I was just watching you sleep.
I mean, yeah, he acted like a 12-year-old would, I suppose. But, oh man, he's such a little pervert. It's such a bizarre, interesting story. And it's like, even by the time it's over, it's like, what the hell happened here? Like, was this shit all real? Was it in his head? And then there's a twist ending, a surprise twist ending that actually really caps off the movie really well. This is a memorable, very unique movie. I'm gonna give it an A. I'm sorry, I have to. You know, even with all that anticipation, it did not let me down. I would definitely go back and watch The Pit again, and I highly recommend that you do. So until the next video, stay safe, be good to yourself, and have a good one, everybody.